Thank you guys. Okay, so how do you assess your current state? Well, the easiest way to do it is to create an employee engagement survey. Other times you can, sit down with each employee, but surveys are really to the point. They take less time, more resources, and some things that you should know is that just by taking part in surveys, employees feel heard at their workplace, which lends to them being ready to increase their productivity by 4.6 times. So just by feeling heard, you're actually increasing somebody's productivity because they feel more engaged and more into the process, right? So furthermore, these surveys are a mirror that reflect the true state of an organization, spotlighting areas of excellence, unveiling opportunities for improvement. It's about fostering a culture of open communication, understanding, and continual enhancement. So these are some ways why surveys are important. So as I mentioned, you can survey your people, and from the survey, conduct a needs analysis. So this goes back to creating what it is that you're entering into your plan. Martin, who's joining us from the Typesetter, said that this is something that they use every year to assess how to become a best place to work, right? What do your employees really need? Well, if you're not asking them, you're not going to get that information. And if you're not using the information to implement that into your HR strategy, you won't be aligned with what they really need. So that's the evaluating current practices against survey results. What are we doing right now that our employees are telling us that we need to be doing better? So those are kind of two sides of the coin. What are we not doing? What are we doing that needs to be done better or differently? And then what should you expect? So conducting a survey as an HR leader provides critical insights into your workforce that enables you to have data-driven decision-making. It boosts employee engagement by showing them that their voices matter, which enhances motivation and productivity. Surveys also improve communication, creating an open dialogue between your leadership team and employees. So just by asking people questions, you're opening the door to receive answers, right? So as leaders, and especially as HR professionals listening in every meeting, if it's a quick check-in, what are the things that are coming out of that meeting? And ultimately, this process fosters a culture of continuous improvement, right? If we're constantly looking to get more insight, we're driving our organization forward by adapting to our team's needs. Type of survey questions to ask, they're all kind of, what's your preference? What are you looking to get out of this? And it's good to know what HR strategies you think you're going to select this year, because you can really use different survey techniques to get insights into what it is that you think that you need to do. So open-ended, close-ended, these are all different types, and we'll share with you some examples. So after collecting survey information, the first step is to analyze and interpret the data. So using visualization tools is really great for non-HR people, right? If you can get them, your leaders, to see something very clearly through some sort of infographic or data table, it's much clearer what the impact is. And that can make it actionable as well. So holding feedback sessions like town halls or department-specific meetings, I know it can be scary, but it's a really great way to continue that open communication channel and to discuss the results that you're finding in your individual meetings openly with your team, whether that's your team of HR people. If you're small and you don't have a team of HR people, perhaps it's your leadership team or your managers. And from there, creating a detailed action plan with clear OKRs to address your findings. So that goes back to that business strategy plan that we had. For continuous improvement, consider more frequent pulse surveys to gather real-time feedback on specific initiatives. So recognizing and communicating successes is also essential. And think about launching an internal newsletter, which is something that came up in our HR goal setting exercise, especially in the age of remote work. It's really great for people to give each other props or to make suggestions in an open platform. And finally, ensure all actions align with our organizational goals by regularly visiting your strategic plan. So we don't want to overpromise in HR. We need to know what our limits are, and we need to align it with our company's objectives. So here's some examples of how you can visualize data. Again, this is really great to communicate. This is the results of the Great Places to Work survey model. They have a really great internal infrastructure that allows you to see kind of progress on different key factors. Here's another way to visualize survey results.